What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. All right, before we jump into the topic, which is that YNW Melly murder trial, we got another day. Before we jump into it, though, can you please smash that like? And if you haven't already, take care of your boy. Can you hit that subscribe? Come on, join the club. Join the club. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, guys, let's just jump into this stuff. We got another day on that YNW Melly trial, right? And dude, it's another day, another dub for the prosecution. You know what I mean? They got more details and more breakdown on everything that's important in this trial. So we got the lowdown on all the gang affiliation stuff, the story that was going on in the background with Melly and him trying to be affiliated and being affiliated and brought into the blood gang, and it told a story. It definitely told a story. It put us in a position where we can better understand his mindset, right? At least those who understand how these things work. You know what I mean? It could see the picture the prosecution was painting with their witness, with the detective of the gang unit, and then we get into the medical examiners, right? And they're giving us full-on breakdown and understanding, right, about what killed these two individuals, the shots that killed them, where they came from, and the fact that those first shots that killed them didn't line up time-wise with the drive-by shots. You know what I mean? It was a massive amount of time in between. Enough time to where had one of the victims that was shot, right? Had he been shot and then taken straight to medical care, he would have survived. But instead, they were driven around until they were dead, and then a drive-by was set up on it. It was orchestrated, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was crazy. But then today, man, defense, they tried, valiant effort, but I give them a valiant effort, A for effort. But today, well, we got to hear the whole crime scene reenaction breakdown on those shots from inside the car, how it had to have happened, right? And the fact that basically when it comes down to it, those shots had to come from inside. For both of those individuals to be shot and the way they were shot, right? It had to have come from inside of that car, exactly where Melly was sitting. In that back driver's side passenger seat, right? That it is what it is. Dude, that's it. 100%. We got the full breakdown on all the different shots that went through that car, and the kill shots came from inside that car. And not only those kill shots coming from inside that car, there's evidence of shots, right? There's no way that it was the drive-by shots, right? There's no way. And it was great. It was great because it's literally just adding to the story that prosecution laid down. The whole shebang. It's like the last 2 days. I'm telling you what, man, they're putting a nail in that coffin. That's for damn sure. And defense try to get up there, and try to speculate that the reenactment or the reconfiguration of this crime, that the guys were off, and hey, it could have been this and it could have been that. But basically, the expert witnesses put a stop to that. They were like, well, look, we theorized on multiple different ways that this could have went down, from people being inside the car to people being outside the car, right? But the only way that people could have been outside the car and hit them with the kill shot is if they were standing right outside that window, literally standing outside of that window, right? The rear driver's side window, and shooting into the car, right? But then that wouldn't even work because of the angles. And defense tried to jump on that and try to ride that, and and try to disprove what the professionals are saying happened, and he couldn't. He literally could. He couldn't get the witnesses to stumble, to fumble anything with what they're saying. with their expert opinions. He just couldn't do it. Because why? Because it didn't happen the way he wished that it happened. He wishes that he could prove that these experts are wrong, and there's just no way around it. He can't. There's only one way those two gentlemen were shot and killed, and that is from inside of the vehicle. That's it. That's the only way that was happening, from inside the vehicle. I mean, come on, bro. Like, one of them had defensive gunshot wound, right? Where when he's getting shot, he put his hands up to stop it and got his thumb shot through. Bro, from like that, like he's defending himself from the dude sitting to the left of him, not from the gunshots coming from the right side or the rear right side. It is what it is, guys. I know I'll tell you what. Check this out too. Check this out. This how this how I feel about this trial too. Is obviously a lot of us watch this trial, if you're watching it live, on Law and Crime, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go to Law and Crime chat, dude, there's so many ignorant people in that chat just claiming Melly's innocent, this, that, Melly's innocent. And it's ignorance, or they just want him to be innocent so he can come out and keep making music because they like him, which is like, that's horrible in itself. Like I said, that just shows you where our society is. The fact that, you're cool with this dude killing his two friends just so you can hear his music. You want him to be innocent. But another thing that is ridiculous, and I've lost some respect for Law and Crime, is all their talking heads, all their, the people that have come up, defense attorneys, this, that, like all these people, like up until the day, I see some of them backtracking today, but like they've been hard on the prosecution isn't doing the job, getting the job done. And I'm like, what trial are you guys watching? And then I even saw one of them say, like, I really don't understand, the importance of all this, the gang related, tying him to gang affiliation and this and that. I'm just like, holy shit, man. This is what happens when you get out of touch individuals, right? And professional analysts that are completely out of touch and know nothing about the streets. You know what I mean? You could tell like they probably came up in a bougie ass setting, and upper class, went to college, got their law degrees, and didn't ever see any type of street life. Because for me, I grew up a street kid, so when that detective was breaking down all the gang affiliations, that made all the sense to me. What they were reading in those text messages and those emails, that told a complete story to me. You know what I mean? And you could tell, like, those people that they got up there on Law and Crime are out of touch. I mean, they have no damn clue what they were hearing. So they don't understand the importance of it. And that's crazy that you have people with that high of education standing up on, a broadcast for a channel that's got like 4-point-something million subscribers on it, right? Anywhere from like 40-something to like, I've seen up to like, I think 80-something thousand people watching that live. And you have these talking heads up there giving their opinions, and their opinions are all cap, bro. They're false. They're out of touch. They have no clue what they're watching. And it just shows me that they haven't went and actually read the affidavit. They're just up there to make their money, say a quick little spill from little bits and parts of the trial that they're hearing. And it has, man, it's nowhere close to what it is, what it really is. Dude. Yeah, so today was another L for defense. And I mean, a big W for prosecution. And you could see it. I think Melly even knows he's screwed. He's still trying to do a little fake smile every once in a while, but you can see the stress in his face now. He's starting to like realize, like, damn, all my little ploys and my faces and my little gestures and this and that ain't gonna win nothing. That's not gonna win this jury over. It's not gonna win this trial for me. It has nothing to do with this trial. Like, it's not gonna have any sway on these jurors. Like, my whole swag and my and you could tell. Straight up, you can tell in his face, he knows he is screwed, right? And rightfully so, man. Rightfully so, because like I said over and over on this, before we even got into the last 3 days, I've got to see the affidavit and I've got to see it broke down proper. And before this trial even started, I knew what's up. I knew what time it was, and I was just hoping prosecution wasn't gonna be able to come in and do what they're doing right now, because this trial did start out slow. Where I was like, "Dang, man, this is crazy. They're not bringing it right. They're not bringing the heat." And then I was sitting here listening to all these talking heads on law and crime, and they're like basically in favor of defense, and then in favor of Melly the way that they're talking. Maybe like one person on there I heard talking like some like rational, like real stuff, and it was frustrating. And then watching the live chat, dude, but I will give it this, because in the live chat, dude, it was like 90 like percent he was innocent, and then like it was broke down into hung jury and guilty. But now it's like risen up to 28% guilty. And I think like I forget what the innocent was and hung jury was, but it seemed like some people are starting to like, wrap their head around it proper and look at it critically, and starting to rationalize this stuff and realize like, oh damn, this dude was on demon time. This dude did it. He had to have done it. Um, but all that being said, it's made me lose a little respect for law and crime. So the way that I hear them talk about cases in trial now, I'm gonna take with a grain of salt, because now I realize that they don't necessarily have the best people up there for the job to break these trials down and give opinions on things. Because right now, like I said, all but one of the people that I'll take it back. The homeboy Jesse on there, he seemed like he's 50-50. He back and forth on it, right? But like maybe two people max on all the different people they have come up and give their opinions are on point. That's it. The rest of them are just they're off, dude. They're so off that it's going to make me definitely take every opinion that comes out of there on other trials with a grain of salt. And yeah, hopefully they'll get some better people up there. You know what I mean? Some people that are more in touch with the society we live in, and they're not living in the the upper class, 90s, early 2000s. You know what I mean? They find some people that are in touch with reality, that understand, the way things are in the streets now, both, with gang stuff, and then, just the social atmosphere, you know what I mean? Because unless you have your mind wrapped around the way things are actually are outside of that outside of that courtroom, bro, you are not going to be able to give a good opinion. You're just not. Because you got to understand, most of the jurors that they're going to pick aren't necessarily your upper class citizens. You know what I mean? It's not all upper class people that got bougie ass lifestyles. It's like normal people up there on that stand, that jury box. So to like give your opinions based off the way you view the world and what you know of the world based on your upper class lifestyle, it's not going to be on point, especially with a trial like this where we're talking about real street stuff. We're talking about the rap, the rap world. And we all, well, I shouldn't say we all know, but some of us that keep up on all these different genres of things, if you've kept up on the rap world, like you understand that it is highly affiliated with the gang life, with gangs, right? So much so that like for a lot of these rappers, when they're going and they're trying to perform in different locations, they gotta do check-ins basically with the local gangs. So whoever is like the most powerful gang in that area, they gotta do check-ins. They gotta be affiliated with them or be cool with them on some level. You know what I mean? To be able to go perform without some crazy stuff popping off. And if you don't even understand that much about this whole rap game, and you're up there giving your opinions as an analyst, an out-of-date analyst, out of touch, like you just gonna sound stupid. And that's basically what they've all sounded like for the most part. They all sound stupid as hell. And yeah. But anyways, I didn't really mean to go on a rant about that. It's crazy because I like to call out anytime creators are putting out content that is just confusing and makes no sense and muddies the waters and is giving their viewers false information and crappy point of views. Uh, you know what I mean? Most of the time, creators are doing that for clicks and views, per se. But you would think somebody like Law and Crime would have people up there that are going to really know what's going on, and they're going to be giving proper information to the viewers so that they can understand what's happening in the case, where the case is going, where the trial is going. And that's not what I'm seeing on this trial. So it's bananas. I expected a lot more from Law and Crime myself. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there because there's not too much more to say besides defense took a L, prosecution got that dub today, and so far everything prosecution had laid out in their opening arguments, the opening statements, it looks like they're on point. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I'll be back tomorrow with another update on this trial. It's your boy, the Piscine Predator. Till next video, you know what's up. Much love, y'all. I'm out. Peace.